Oh, well, what if I turn it on? Then does the sound work? How about if I turn it on? Hi. It's working now, right? Okay. So, we're going to do this composition masterclass that I was talking about like forever. So I asked some Patreon donors to submit some little composition bits, and we're gonna look at them and see how we can make them better. Maybe we can't make them better. I don't know. Somebody just said kiss me. Why would I? Dakota B, calm your face. Play the trombone. You're all just calm down. Just calm down. All right. So here's the first one that we're taking a look at. I'm going to keep the chat up if I can. Let's see. What happens if I put it like this? Well, that's not much better, is it? That's pretty good. Let's leave it there. Then I can see the chat over here. Oh, yeah. That's nice. That's real nice. Okay. So this is the first one. It's by Ashton Landit. And tell me just quickly in the chat. Actually, this is number 4. Sorry, Ashton. We're starting with Adam. Can y'all hear that? Bunch of noise? Yeah? Tell me, chat. Oh, the chat. Something. You can hear it? Yeah? Yes. I heard a yes. Okay, here we go. All right. So. Okay. So it's a little tune. I asked people to like submit little bits, and that's a little bit. Little bits. Anybody know what that's from? It's funny. Okay. Let's move this out. So here's the thing. This is a trombone quartet. And there is more than 4 parts. Look at this. We got, at the most dense, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the top part is a solo, is an improvised solo. So we're going to try to thin it out a little bit. At least I am, because we can see here it starts on this B flat, and then it expands out upwards and expands out downward. And that's a cool motion that we have, but only if you can hear it. And the bass line's the bass line. We're not going to really mess with that because that outlines the bass line, is the bass line. And then this second trombone top part is the melody, we're going to call it, even though there's a solo on top. And so we got to think about a few things here. If there's a solo on top, what music writing program is this? This is Finale. And so if there's a solo on top, we have to leave room for that solo. And so we have to think about, like, where is the trombone solo going to be? Can I upload this after? Yes, this will remain viewable after. Sorry, I'm responding to some chat stuff as well. So this first trombone part, where will this solo be happening? Is it kind of in the range of the melody? Is it kind of in the range of the harmony or the bass line? You know, we've kind of filled up the entire range that we might be soloing. So let's try to thin it out a little bit. So I know we have this bass line and then this melody, but if we analyze the chords a little bit, like I said, it's cool to have the top part here, the harmony going up, and the bottom part. So it really feels like it's starting on a B flat and expanding out, and then kind of expanding back to a unison here. Or, right, if we just hear this part. This one. Okay, so that's what we want to hear. But unfortunately, with the melody now, in harmony, right? That's what we want to hear, but especially in this measure, we have, let's say, this D flat, D flat, D flat, D flat triplet, and then here we have a D flat, D flat. So it's just kind of muddled together because we have a lot of the same notes being, playing. So somebody just asked again. Yes, this will be uploaded after. So don't worry. Somebody just said, can you please upload this after? I've been waiting for something like this, but I can't watch with audio right now, which means they can't hear me telling them that you can watch this. But yes, this will be uploaded after, along with the finished product, which I will be recording each of these just after this, and I'll upload those hopefully later tonight. So, okay, let's actually dive in here. So the first thing that I want to do is to get rid of anything that is not actually important to the tune. So unisons and just unisons. Let's start there. So again, I like the idea of these things expanding out, but let's just kind of just use that as a framework. I think that will stay true. And I like the rhythm here. So this is the rhythmic integrity, right, in that trombone 3-part, 3 and divisi. So let's start out by saying, okay, we got a B flat, we get a B flat, D flat, F. So do we really need this second B flat? No. So let's turn it into a D flat. Now that we have that, we can get rid of this D flat. Boom, we have a trombone trio. Okay, A flat, C, E flat. Again, we have 2 C's. This one's playing C there, and that was just a quarter note. So we get to pick one. Let's keep the top melody the same as much as we can. So now we got an extra note: A flat, B flat, C, and E flat. That outlines, what do you got? A flat, C, E flat. So A flat 9, with the B flat being the 9. So we really need the B flat. We really need the C because that's the third. We need the A flat because that's the root. But this E flat we don't really need, except that it's the melody. So now we're stuck in a little bit of a pickle because if we get rid of the B flat, we get rid of that cool color. If we get rid of the E flat, well, that's the melody. We can't do that. Third, that's the C. So let's leave it as is for now and move on. Once again, we've got a G. So what is this? G, B flat, D flat, G like diminishing kind of thing. So let's get rid of these D flats, or should we keep them? No. And then we can get rid of that one. And let's see what that sounds like. Okay. And then again, we got this cool thing where one is going down and one is going up. And so I like the idea, but we should at least kind of make it a little bit thinner. So we don't really need an F here. And all we got's our Fs. We need the A. That one's important. So let's just let's get rid of this F. And what do we have here? We got a mess right there. Okay. So what's happening here? Let's find out. We got a G flat, B flat, E flat, A, C going to F. So this one right here, I think we're going to look at in a second. Moving on here, we got B flat, A flat. Again, let's thin this out. We don't really need these C's, and this D flat we can add. We certainly don't need these B flats. Why? Because it's in the bass right there. So let's try an A flat. Again, this is another one where we got the A flat in the melody and the bass, and so we really only have one other part to work with. And so, rule of thumb, the 5th is the first one to go. You need your root, you need your 3rd, you need your 7th, your 9th, your extras, but the 5th, not actually important. So for A flat, that's an E flat. With the F as your extra little note. What's really going on there? A flat, C, and F. So I guess that's an F minor, which means your C doesn't have to be there. Easy. Okay, so that was kind of an F minor with the A flat on the bass. That's all that was. All right, and moving on. Okay, G. So we don't really need a G, but again, it's in the melody. Okay, so this is where we want to be a little bit more experimental with these melodies. If we're just playing the root, that's not very exciting. 3rd's cool, 5th is cool, whatever. But we've got G, A, G. So 1, 2, 1 or 8, 9, 8 over this G diminishy thing once again. So now let's take this D flat and leave it in the top part this time because we're going D flat, E flat, D flat. And if we keep the D flat down here, well, then we've got this half step rub between. I don't know if that's actually, listen to this one. If we take out the D flat, it's really not that much different, is it? This G flat, we've got one in the bass. Get rid of it. And then F, we've got one in the bass. Is that an F or an A? I can't see. No. Okay, so F up here, we got one in the bass. Don't need that. And now this is the only money note up here. We got F. And we got unison B flats. That's not really necessary. So let's get rid of these B flats here. And we've got an A there. Let's get rid of the A there. And now we've got at least a quartet, right? I don't think we have much more than we got to figure out this one. But all right, let's see what we got. Okay, so let's expand this out to a quartet. I know we did say that there's going to be a solo on top. Maybe so. Let's just see what happens if we can distill it down to 4 parts. That would make me happy anyway. How about you guys? All right, how we doing? I'm going to look at the chat. Boom. Okay, there's not much going on right now. Okay. So the name of the game is not having notes, and we're going to find this, I'd imagine, through a lot of these today. We're only doing four charts today. Making sure we don't have extra stuff that is not actually serving a purpose. Meaning unisons, I don't really mess with that. Yeah, there we go. So we've got this little business here we got to deal with, and everything else we got 4 parts. So yeah, we don't need any of these octaves if we're only working with 4 parts. We don't need unisons in the middle doing different rhythmic things. We can always expand out and have more interesting colors. So what's going on here? Something interesting. So let's take out the C flat. So that's a cool voice leading. But we've got this A already. So let's take out the A. And let's put in this B flat here and give us this same gliss kind of thing where we're expanding out. And then it frees up this to do something a little bit more obvious, perhaps. Right? So this is a good way to analyze if you've got something like this. Just put them all in one. So I just tried to use my hand to show you what's going on. I can't do that because you can't see my hand. So I'm just distilling down what's actually happening into one staff. So we could just see it and start playing around with it. So we got, let's actually put the G flat where it is. And F. So we could use a C, right? So let's put it down here and see what that, right? So let's try that. So now we got, or we could put it up top. Oh, but we already got the C up here. See, there's something going on. So let's try. Again, we still have that motion we were looking for. But now we're going somewhere. Because before we had a bunch of stuff that was coming from one place and going to another, but the other one was coming from that place anyway. Like, for example, we had an A, and then this other part was going to an A. And so you got to think about this as voice leading, not as individual parts, but as a group. And so if we have, an A in the first chord and an A in the second chord, even if they're in different parts, the listener's just going to hear, an A going to an A, and that other part is the one that's actually moving. And so here we have something that maybe is not what the composer was listening to and hearing, but we actually hear that voice leading. And let's actually fix this and make it. I like to have the parts line up. There's a lot of times where we have things like this, like the D flat here, and then the F is way above that. And so I just like to make sure that they are all lined up in the right order from lowest to highest. It just makes more sense to me anyway. So let's just fix that now. I know I'm doing magic computery things. Don't worry about that. Did I mess that one up? I did. So don't do that. Me. I'm going to look at chat in a second. Did I mess that one up? No. No, we're good there. Ba-dum-bum. Could you have an E natural there? Up here? Sure. You can do whatever you want. You want that? It's a completely different one that the composer wrote, but sure. You can have whatever you want. So again, here, we got our B flat, you know, melody being on the root of the chord, not the best, but only because it's more limiting. Here we got the fifth being the you know, note that we're using for rhythm. We could change that and make it a little more interesting. Or we could do like a 9. Which would be, what, C? And then it turns into the third of the next chord. So that's kind of, or no, what do we say? Wasn't that F? What happened to Fs? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, so there's, you know. I'll give you your E natural. So here again, we took something that was very vanilla by having the fifth of a B flat minor chord and added some color. So at the beginning, vanilla, and then the second time it comes in, kind of nice, right? And then let's go back to this since we have this extra part now. This we really want like a nice F. Okay, and this is a nice sound having this, they call it a power chord in rock, just the root and the fifth. But the bass is the only one that goes down, so let's change that. And then we have this. Yeah, right? So I think that's true to what the composer was hearing. Bah, it's nice. What do we have here? Christopher Bill. Can you call me? Somebody just put their phone number. Elizabeth Farrow, DM me on Instagram if you want this stuff. I got you. All right. I think I've spent enough time on this, but I'll just clean this up a little bit more. Oh, yeah. It's a nice one. All right. Oh. Here we go. We got I just put that in. Unison C. So let's do. So just added another color note. This is what I mean. When you see a unison or just fifths, it gives you an option to make something more interesting happen. So like here we have a unison B flat. We might just have the bass come in when necessary. I think that's cool. And you could also have this F super low. You gotta be careful, but in this instance, it's okay. Completely different sound. Or, I think that one fills it out a little better. All right, so we got rests here. I hate rests because I'm just sitting there. We got some rhythmic things that look a little funky here, but I think that's all right. Nothing too bad. Might as well make this one gliss too. Why not? May as well make this one gliss too. On brand. Oh, what are we doing here? The E natural stays. Oh, gotta turn that off. All right, I'm cool with it. So we're gonna leave that. I will record this. Let's throw in our dynamics. Those lost along the way. I'll record this. I'll do a little solo, and you can hear that later tonight. Let's go to the next one. Dave Montgomery, known as Tuba Dave. I'm just reading some chat. Wish I had a P-bone. Get one. What's your favorite trombone to play? Depends what I'm playing. Do I need large amounts of RAM for finale? I would say no. All right, this one's pretty cool. Look at the key. Lots of flats. Chord note equals 70. Let's hear it. Nice. That's real nice. Okay. So, all right. Woo, hey, that's me. Hi, Tuba Dave. Here we go. Let's get into it. So, tuba. We know that this is a tuba player, and they like low frequencies. I gotta be careful, though, because the full overtones are gonna happen with these low frequencies. So I like the low ones being the root and some leading tones. That's fine. Nobody's gonna be mad at you about that. But we look at this one. You got what is it? C flat, G flat, C flat. That's totally cool. That's open and beautiful. Here we've got E flat, G flat, B flat. So with the third in there, things get a little muddy. Again, it's not a total sin if you know what's happening with it, but if we bring it up. Having the third. Hear the difference? Versus. So you gotta be careful with that one. So let's start monkeying with it anyway. We also have 5 parts, and the melody is right in the middle of all this business. It's not too bad. Oh, maybe that's why you had it down there, because the melody's right there. All right, I'm gonna do a Crispell, which is this, and see what it sounds like. All right, and this melody thing the counter melody thing is super cool at the end. But it ends in the same place. So what if we did? Like these 2 lines. And they really are outlining the same leading tones, right? I keep doing that. Now I'm just messing up. So. I see what you did there now. It's all making sense. Alright, so now we're getting there. I like this coming out, so I'll probably raise that up from mezzo forte when I actually play it, but let's keep going. Alright, so E flat, minor. This one, to me, just feels super muddy, and I think it's probably because of that. Yeah. And then having that drop down to the 5th is so cool. And now let's fix this and make sure we don't have voices crossing all over the place. Again, same thing, just making sure top to bottom makes sense. And stop doing that, Chris. So here we have D flat. Fifth there. I would say that this F is, again, so I feel like our harmony line is kind of leading to the same places a lot. So like this F versus, you know, one's going up and one's going down, but when we sit in that place, we're kind of hearing this unison that's not functionally giving us anything more. So maybe I hate monkeying with the melody. Let's not do that. I'll monkey with this one. Okay, there's an option. No. D flat. I mean, E flat could work. That's kind of nice. So we lose the voice leading, da, 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 which was so nice, but now we add this flavor. And the resolution to something a little bit more, you know, expected, I think is worth it. The other thing we could do is, yeah, I guess it would be the A flat. So we get the voice leading, but it's just different. And then maybe, since we are already on a triplet feel, I don't know. Now I'm just playing around. It's just, it's fun. So we're just going to leave it there for now. Again, we have this, and we're under a triplet feel, so I'm just going to see what it sounds like. What was it, F? Because otherwise, that's our only point of reference for the duple feel. And so if we really want that to be there, and you can choose as the composer, which you want, but I would put it in there a little bit more strong. You know, that's like, this is a melody above something else and it feels free, versus this one line that's clinging to the duple. Or, like I said before, you could have them both go to the triplet feel. Which would sound something like this. Pick, you know, doesn't matter. I kind of like the duple feel coming back, so let's just let's do that. Leave these parts a little bit similar. And maybe get rid of that space, because the space will be there. Again, you got to realize these are being played by real musicians, not programs, so we're all going to take a breath there, whether it's written or not. Now we kind of lose track of time here. Maybe that's what you're going for, maybe not. Here we have octaves, nothing in between. So I kind of feel like we lose something there. Let's see what it sounds like if we bring that down. Whew. That's a lot. And there's no, well, is that so the third's up top. That's cool. What happens if we bring it down too? Right? Can't do that. This is going to be muddy. Whew, super muddy. So let's bring you up here. Oops, there. It's probably my favorite so far. Oh, but then I mess with that. Again, I'm feeling kind of vanilla, so let's mess with it, monkey with it, and just start adding notes. Is that what we want to say with this? You know, it's a flavor, but is that what we really want to say with this? Probably not. I'm loving the ending, and that's just because we have these open chords. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so I'm probably not gonna mess with the ending. We're just let's get a place. Okay. This chord holding over. It's cool. I feel like we need something else on the downbeat other than the melody. Or the same thing that happened here. Or something completely different, which is silence. You've heard that sound before, I'm sure. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Again, probably not exactly what the composer's going for, but really have to make that work with the melody. That's a performance issue. Because remember, we had this E flat holding over. It was a cool thing, having this kind of ambiguous downbeat. Now it's obvious, but silent. I'm going to keep it. Maybe we do it again here. I don't know yet. That's that note that I'm probably not going to keep. What if we keep the bass line doing it? So what this does is shows you there's the downbeat. And there's beat 2, because before we lost beat 2. All right, so now let's just figure out what extra note we want to add here. If not that, what is it? I feel like we're getting too far away from what we want. Oh, that's why, because this is the note. Aha! I was changing the wrong note. We need the root, we need the third, we do not need the fifth. And so in this one, A flat to the E flat. E flat. So that would be the G. Let's try that. All right. Cool so far. This is cool having it in the middle. I like to just see what things sound like. I don't know if that's better. It's a different. I don't know. Honest to God, I don't know. So we're gonna leave it there because that's where the composer had it. And we're gonna record this later. Maybe I'll put in some articulations that like very want like a, I don't even know what the code for this one is. I want like that. Weighted. Kind of lose time here, so let's do like a beat 4 and 1. Yeah. Same thing. Oh, I should have looked what it was. It is 9. No, it's not. What is it? Q. Of course. Of course the hotkey is Q. That's nice. Oh, that's where we lose time. Okay. So we can just do this. Get rid of that accent. Ambiguous time is cool. Don't get me wrong. I'm just messing with it because I feel uncomfortable with it. So something needs to happen here. Not that. Ooh, we could go down. Yeah, so now we keep it moving. The other option would be quarter notes. I don't know. Something. Oh, I wanted 16th notes. That's not really on brand, is it? Let's just do this. After all those other options are cool. These are the decisions that you must make as the composer. What you're trying to accomplish with this piece, what you're trying to say. So dum 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 is like a cool bass line, but this is a chorale for some sort of regal occasion, right? So probably not what we're gonna do. All right, we're gonna record that later. Can't wait. Here we go. Next one. All right. Looking over. Hi, I love your channel. Thank you. We lost the music. Is that true? Can you still hear? We can't see them. Oh, you can't see it. Ah! How about now? How long was that like that? Hopefully not long. Okay. Chris, too much bass. I hope that wasn't long for a while. Okay. Tell me in the chat if that happens again because I can't see that. Okay. Going on. Adam Manister. This isn't the whole thing, but this is 5 minutes. You guys. All right, that's not where it ends, but that's where we're ending. Okay, so first things first. If you're gonna put triple forte, you better mean it. And where are we going? So I get it. It's the end of a long piece. You can't see the what? Wait. Oh, somebody's just late to it. Somebody's late to the game. Somebody's just said in the chat, I can't see the music, and I freaked out. You still can. All right. Right. So if you're gonna put a crescendo, hopefully we're not coming from triple voice. So let's just back it off. Let's just do one down from everything that we said and be a little bit more realistic. That makes sense to me. A musician, like, if you're gonna look at a triple forte, you better mean it, and that's as loud as you're gonna play. And so, let's not put a crescendo from a triple forte. Okay. Another thing, just know before we even get into notes, we've got some articulations that are confusing to me anyway. Which is these. We've got these short accents on dotted half notes. So let's not do that unless we really know what we're going for. For me, that says like a forte piano or something. Dum digga dum, like a bell tone. But I don't know if that's what we're going for there, right? Maybe. I don't know. So that's we just want to make sure that everything that we're writing in is not just for the sake of writing it in. It is instead for the sake of telling a musician what you want. Another one would be just clearing things up so it's easy to read for any musician. Like if this is your composition and you've written it and you've been with it for so long and labored over it, then you know exactly how it's supposed to go, and obviously this is what it is. But for musicians that's seeing it for the first time, a double dot is really not what we need to see here. Also not a half note. So, right. Just that. It's the same thing, but easier to read. That's all. Or you could do dotted half with an eighth note. That works too. Yeah, it's just we don't need to confuse each other. Okay, so all that's pretty much fine. These accents, I'm not sure I believe them. From what I've seen up here, I don't know if these are supposed to be jot jot, because those are, that accent means short and accented. But let's assume that's what we want. All right, now let's look at some other stuff. We got C major chord. What is that? What am I looking at? What am I looking at? Oh, we're in F. Haha. So it's an E natural. So is that A major chord? I see. So, A major chord. Let's not write a D flat. Same thing, but this is less for, you got to think of a composition from beginning to end. So beginning is what you want it to sound like musically. Then the next section is a director or a musician looking at the score and being able to understand harmonically what's going on. And so there's that. And then the third step is the musician to be able to read it without it getting in the way of itself. So something like the double dotted half note, like that's it kind of maybe getting in the way of itself if a musician has to take a second and be like, okay, what is that? Okay, I got it. That little split second means it takes the musician out of the music, and we want them to just see it, know what it's supposed to sound like in their head, and then play it, rather than like, I'm reading these notes. And so having a C sharp is a little bit more obvious what's going on. Even if you're the one playing the C sharp, you might know that, like, okay, I hear that sound. I know I have the third, and I like it just tells you a little bit more information rather than play a note in second position on, the fourth partial or whatever. So okay. Now we have a harmony part here. Now it is a harmony part, so I don't know if I would put it up that much. I would just tell the musician. That's all. They just need to know harmony. They're not going to, you don't have to be like, blast it. Just like, this is a supporting role, but it's important. Something like that. I don't know. Cool. What's happening here? E. Did we do it again? We did it again. this is a pretty straightforward sound. So adding some notes isn't super necessary to the chord structure, but we can experiment with some stuff. So here's another example. You got E, you got your G sharp, you got your B. B in the melody, and then this extra part is just, can you see that? What the heck? Face. You guys love my face. I'm keeping this open so I can see a little bit of it, but that means I got to move this over. There. There. Okay. There. Now I can see when it goes away. What happens if can I extend this out? Ooh. That's kind of nice. Okay. And then if I bring this up, you guys, check this out. Oh yeah. You're going to be able to see all the music now. Look at that. Face. Get rid of that. Just go down there. Look at there. There. That's all you need to see of me. Okay. So here's what we're looking at. I don't know which of these chord structures that you missed because the program did bad things, but we had oh yeah, let me see the bottom of the chat. Okay, there we go. So we got these C sharps. They were written as D flats, and so it's not as clear that that's an A major chord. Certainly not for the score, but for the individual part. If you see a C sharp, it means something. We did it again over here. These G sharps were written as A flats. And an A flat to me in the key of F means, oh, it might be F minor, right? But a G sharp means it's certainly not that. So it tells the musician more information without having to decipher what that means. Now, at a more beginner level, writing a G sharp might be harder to decipher. So remember that. But for our purposes, that's what we would write. And then I was starting to get into this. Sorry. So we got E, G sharp, and B. We can't change the melody. We can't change the bass line. And we already have the third here. So this extra B is not actually adding anything. Listen to it with and without it. And without it. Does anybody hear much of a difference? I think the answer is no, because it's just an octave of the fifth. That's not actually a more important note. And so at the very least, I might put that. Adds a little bit more brilliance to it. But we have this extra note that we can work with now. So let's try some stuff out. Again, as I was saying, it's not actually important to put in some extra flavor at this point because this is like a brilliant kind of sound, and extra notes might just make it sound jazzy and weird, but we can try some stuff. Jazzy and weird. Hello. Crunchy and weird. That's going to be a nice B flat on there. No. Okay. What did just happen? So I would say maybe like F sharp is probably where we're heading. Right, that's closer to the sound we're looking for, but it's still not quite there. Right, that doesn't sound like out of the genre. So somebody said, do B flat alternating up to B natural. Oh, like a leading tone. Bop, 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 bop. You want to know what that sounds like? Then you're going to know what that sounds like. B flat. This is held. Right? That unnecessary crunch to resolution. You could do that with almost any half-step crunch to resolution. So we have a G sharp. You could do it G sharp. That's what that sounds like. Trying to look in the Try the G sharp up an octave and then B down. There's a lot going on here. All right. What else do we have? So we have the 9. E, A. All right. Yeah, F sharp is really the only one for me that makes sense in context. So let's see what it sounds like up an octave. I think no. I think all we have to do here is switch these two parts. Which means we gotta put that forte back down here. Yeah. Right. Otherwise, it's just kind of jumping around some. It's a decent chord structure. It's not something that's super well known. Like all diatonic and weird, but we got C to A major. What is this? Is this C? Yeah, C to A, back to C to E. It's cool. I'm going to change these to just regular accents because I don't know what to do with that information otherwise. Does anybody else have it? So yes, one right here. All right, here we got an extra note. So now we've got this C sharp, whatever, up top. And then if we're going to do that, make sure we remind our musician not to play that sharp the second time. Okay. Do we run into that with these parts? No. Yes. Yes. Make sure you remind your musicians. They are your friends. That one too. Cool. Okay. And now we've got this C sharp and this C sharp doing absolutely nothing for us except contradicting each other. This one has a tenuto and this one has what is that accent called? Am I on drugs? What is that? Chat help. So that let's just do something else here. Marcato. Thank you. Probably not the 7. Maybe. Marcado, somebody said. Something colorful here. Again, this is up to your composer, but there's no reason to put 2 of the same note with different articulations on. So let's find out. Oh, they like the leading tone. Okay. It's cool. Very cool. What do we have here? We have a C major chord with the 5th being doubled here. So again, no reason for that. Just something. We could do the B natural there. Oh, but we miss our leading. So let's put the leading tone here. And then we can put, I don't know, do some voice crossing business. No, he says. So right now I'm just getting these out of the way. of each other. Now, a little bit of a crossing here with the unison, but that's on downbeat. Everybody's going to take a breath there anyway. That's fine. So we're just getting these other parts out of the way because now we have this cool harmony here. And if we have some G's there, it's just kind of getting in its own way. And so we need to just free up those frequencies to shine. Another way to do that is to do this. We got to get down there, don't we? Yeah. Yeah. I like it. Do I like it enough, though? That's not where it ends, but let's pretend it does. Okay. And if that's where it ends, line up the articulation. Whatever. All right, let's hear it one more time. See what we think about it. Cool. This is a cool piece. So this is another one that I believe is was being composed for the composition competition. So keep an eye out for that kind of thing. But I'll record that later today. Okay, now we've got one final piece. This one is Ashton Lant. I don't know why I like a DT word, but I do. Like breadth. Oh, that's even better. DTH. Some people are knocking the bass trombone in the chat. Let's just calm down with that. Tuba's fine, but we're gonna do it on a bass trombone, and it's gonna sound warm and fuzzy. Okay, so here we are. Can you see all that? Not quite. That's okay. Is it okay? No, it's not okay. So let's make sure life is fine and happier than before. Let's bring you up here. Aha, there you are. Cool. At least you can see it all now. So, let's listen to it. Cool. So, a little chorale business. That's tenor clef on the top, so don't be confused if you're trying to analyze some chords. Some of the chat just said, do you have any sheet music for the things you play? I have sheet music for all of the things I play, available to Patreon donors. Okay, so here we go. First thing I see is just a lot of voices being crossed, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it might be. A couple funny things is there's a lot of these slurs, and I'm not sure they are telling us much, or maybe I don't trust them all. Like this one here, this is the only voice that cuts off before the last note. So either they all should, or maybe just the one. Maybe that's the only one that should, or just the two with the eighth notes, that is. Things like that. This one's kind of funny to me up in the top. Right, this is obviously leading to that next one. Is where it makes sense, right? Not like, no, right? So let's at least fix that one. This is just another one of those things that's like, if you're gonna put them in, make sure they're meaningful and not just because you think you should. I don't write these kind of style markings on many of my pieces because it's like, y'all are musicians and you can figure it out yourself. Like, this is the framework for the music. Do what you feel is right. That's my style. Other composers are like, it must be played exactly like this or else it's not my piece at all and you're making a mockery of my music. I feel like that's ridiculous. Like, you are a capable musician, so figure it out on your own and make something better than what I wrote. Anyway. Yeah, so a lot of phrase markings. Most of them make sense, but some of them are not. Okay, so. Also, before I go on, it is important to note, these are for trombones. The slurs don't make as much of a difference for trombone because we tongue everything anyway. So, other instruments, that means a lot more. Okay, here we go. So, first, eighth notes, sets it up. I like it. No need for anything else to get in the way. And now the first chord we have kind of random seeming trombones joining in with the bass. We got two bass trombones, but let's just look at the lowest note in each section. So we got but that's not the lowest note. Up here is boom, right? So if we just want to see the lowest note throughout this whole thing, it goes, let's see if I can do it for you. It skips down here. Okay. Then it goes. Okay. But then it skips up here. Okay. And then. So there's a bunch of that, and that's just the lowest note, but the inner notes do that as well. And so we want to clean this up. I think we can get this down to not 8 trombones and have it sound a little bit cleaner in these lower frequencies. When you have the third, the root and the third down there near the bottom or below the staff, there's just too many overtones that are audible, and it's just mud. And that's with the root and a third. If you have anything closer than a fifth down there, it's muddy. And again, sometimes that's what you're going for, but that's not what I'm going for. So we're gonna clean it up. Especially like this one. We've got A and then G A. This makes sense, but not when that's happening. 'Cause then we have right, just kind of a tone cluster. That's cool sometimes if that's what you're going for, but the resolution is not enough. Does he look at the comments occasionally, every 10 seconds? I think he checks them every once in a while, or 30. Okay, so here we go. I've got him on in the bottom corner. So look at that. So that one we had the G against an A. Not a sin. Over here we've got a G against a G sharp when one is a leading tone. So look at this one. Nothing wrong with that. Makes a ton of sense. This one. Okay. That one makes sense too. But together we have, again, a tone cluster, which could be cool, but the payoff, well, that one's not bad, but I don't think we're getting anything from the G sharp. Like, if I get rid of these Gs, then we only have this leading tone. That's fine. And if we put those Gs back in, slowly but surely. Okay. and take out that G sharp, it's kind of the same sound, just without some mud. And so I would say, somebody said it kind of sounds like toccata. Yeah, it's a fugal sound going from that 5-1. So we could have that leading tone in all the parts, or take it out of this one. But I wouldn't do both. That half step down there is just not helpful. All right, so I'm going to go through. I have not done this before. Some of the other ones I kind of looked through, but let's just start messing around and see what we can do. All right, so somebody just said, for there being 8 bones, I'm surprised the top part is so far away from the others. I would agree, and we're going to find out why. I think it's going to be pretty obvious. So let's just look at let's just get into it from the beginning. It's not that long. So we've got a unison here. I stay away from unisons because they don't add anything. An octave, that's cool. We can keep an octave. What's the unison here opening up to be? Because that's usually what you do. You start with the unison and then it breaks apart. This one goes da 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 da, stays on that. This one goes da 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 da. Yeah, so that one does, it breaks apart into what a nice B flat major chord. What is this? Yeah. It's a cool chorale. Very very Bach-y. But let's get rid of some notes and just see what we end up with. So I'm going to get rid of unisons, and then I'm going to condense it down. Unless the voice leading is amazing, then I'm not going to get rid of it. But so I'm looking for unisons here. I got a B and a B. This one seems to be the unnecessary one because this one has a voice leading to it. I'm actually going to put this in bass clef for you guys so you can see it a little bit easier. All right, so that's what we're actually looking at. Okay, D, A, F. Oof, that's going to be, it's just way too low to have this D minor thing. So we're going to raise that up, but for now, let's just put this up an octave. I might actually just put this whole part up an octave. And then move it. And accidentally move parts of my score, because I have not used this for thousands of hours. Oh, wait, I have. Oh, and I just copied the wrong part because I haven't used this for literal thousands of hours. Okay. There we go. So now we can see again where we are. It's already better. What's going on here? So it's so cool up until that last one. We're building, adding harmonies. But we miss somewhere, and I think it's with the bass. Yes, having that D in the bass is not what we need there. So is this just a G minor? Yep. So we don't need a B flat there. That's gonna be muddy. We could do a D though, which means this whole part is not really adding anything. So let's just get rid of it. Now we might not want the G to be in the bass. That's why you put the D there. So what else could we do? We could do the B flat. I have a little bit of a problem with this one. Love all your vids, and you're the only reason I still play trombone. I wanted to quit, but I couldn't because of you. Thank you. I hope nobody else donated and I missed it. Thank you so much. Renadine1. I'm going to scroll through just to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Oh, no. I did not. Oh, you're so nice. Thank you. Cool. Yeah, I've heard other people have that kind of story, and it doesn't get old to hear. That's awesome. Cool. 10 out of 10 on the donation, mate. I love seeing people donate to awesome stuff. Me too. And I'm the awesome stuff. That's nice. All right. Okay. Moving on. Here we go. Not sure about this next chord on the downbeat, so let's just leave it for now. We've got 2 Gs. One of these is unnecessary. Oh, right, because I put it up an octave. Okay. And the A, that's all the same. So now we have... Yeah. That's more like it. I like it. So we got rid of 3 parts that were kind of muddying it up and not adding anything. I would like to keep doing that and see what we end up with, distilling it down to just the important parts. So we got D, A, there's another D. This one's probably not that important. A, F, there's another D. That's cool. If we have to pick one to take out, D, A, D, A, F, D. So probably, what are we doing here? That's a lot. That's a lot of octaves. I don't think we'd miss anything with like that one gone. No, right? Or is this the only 5th? Because that's good if that's the only 5th. Oh no, we got one down there. Yeah, we're not missing anything there. Cool. We could actually get rid of both of these and I think it'd be okay. But let's keep it. Okay. And let's put it in here so we can get rid of this part. Here we've got this D, C sharp rub. Because I put this up an octave. So let's get rid of that. Here we've got this D, C sharp rub. Maybe that's what we're going for. I think it's fine without. Let's just keep one part doing that. Again, this is now the lowest part, so let's put that there. Not now the lowest part, it always was. Taking out a B because it was doubled. All the octaves, they are completely necessary. No. Oh, this D is now doubled. Okay. Here we've got double C, B, A, all that's doubled. Again, because this one was the one that was down an octave. We've got a kind of... Oh, this one's doubled. F to the A to G. I don't know, because this one jumps up to be a unison with that. So we're going to keep one or the other. I'm not sure which. See how muddy that is? But the music there is actually really beautiful. It doesn't have to be muddy. So the F has got to go. Gotta go. And then these G's are not giving us anything. So I don't know which one we're going to keep here, but let's just try this. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. What chord do we have here? We're in F, so with an E in the bass, what's going on here? A minor? Yeah. Okay. So this whole chord is an A minor based on the 5th. If we take that out, it's going to sound more tonal. Okay, stop doing that, me. Is it weird that I talk to myself like that? But you're here, so it's not. Okay. So that one makes sense. But having the 3rd up here of the A minor is going to be muddy. Already way better than... So let's get rid of that. We have an A because I put this up an octave, so that's gone. F, that's gone. We are distilling this down to its essential elements. This is a cool line, so I might take this instead. Lots of muddy. what do we really want here? That voice leading, or do we want clean voice leading? I don't know. We're going to D minor. We could change everything completely. I don't know how much I'm giving to the composer at this point. If I change that to a D major. It's cool, but nah, right? I can't. The composer has integrity, so I'm not going to do that. But that means if we're going to D minor, this one should be, what is it? G, G, E. Oh, let's just calm down here. Everybody just calm down. So I'm going to distill this down again, just showing you what notes we see here already. We get and C sharp. Yeah, what's going on here? So I think this wants to be an A. Oh my goodness. Keep up the good work, and you're really inspirational. A lot of people. I used to watch you when I was little. I hope to meet you one day. I hope to meet you. This person just owned it in 1999. Look at you. Thank you. That is going to go a long way. I'm going to buy bananas with that, and I'm going to eat them in your honor. That's a lot of bananas. This guy. Shout out to Renadine1. Give me like a go Ren in the chat for that. And let's turn this into an A7 chord, because that's what it wants to be. Okay. We could talk about the whys and the whens, but that's what we want to do. So this is going to be... Yeah, that's better. So, Kylo Ren. Are you going to JanFest this year? I don't think so. Okay. So, what just happened is I distilled this down to what we were listening to. Ren! Yo! He keeps... You're going to just donate all of these things to me. Somebody just said you're so rich. Somebody just texted me, you're so rich. I am. It's all because of Ren. Popping it out. Oh my gosh. All right. We can't keep. You know what? We can. You keep donating, I'll keep doing it. And let's not just have be Ren the only one donating here. Let's go. Dollars. Okay. Here we go. Let's finish this one. Hi, Lee Chin Ho. Okay. Okay, what's going on there? That seems unnecessarily weird. So what we have here, octaves, E, D, and then we have this C, B. That's called parallel fifths. We don't do that. Not in this house. That's parallel everything. We don't do that. Yo, Ren. Come on, other people. Hey. Okay. For the record, if you donate, I read whatever you said and I do whatever you say. So that's how this game works. So if you see a harmony that you really want in here. Okay. This isn't everything needs to be parallel. Somebody said, no, we need to get rid of those. So if this bass line is really accurate, from what we want, which I'm not positive it is. Let's do the opposite. Let's go. So that's called contrary motion, which is better than parallel motion. What are we doing here? I don't know what I'm doing here. So what are these chords? Is it A minor to G? A minor to G. A minor to G. So you can have these things. So many bananas! Use this to buy banana emoji, Renaudine one. This, you know what? Scott McLean said, dude, you're donation drunk. Scott, you keep your little mouth shut, all right? Just keep it shut. I'm making bank. This stream is made possible by Renaudine 1. There for all your Renaudine needs. Renaudine number 1. What am I doing? C. Oh, okay. We're going over to the piano. That's not what I'm hearing, because it's just. What am I? Oh, it's G minor. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. We need something here. Oh, we're actually getting there. I think I'm just giving myself a hard time. Muddy. Okay, so the mud comes from there's thirds, anything below a fifth, in that bottom half of the staff. So here we got a G chord, and there you find your third. Get rid of that, and everything comes up. I can show you no mud. All right. I don't think we need this A. I think we need an A and not an E. I'm okay with that. Oh. We already have a D. Look at this. Now, I hear it. I know most of you probably do not, but I hear some parallels going on here. Yeah. So we've got G, D, that's a fifth. Then we got A, E, that's a fifth. Can't have that. So he did go down to the E, and then we made a new problem for ourselves. So what are our choices? We can go down. And that gets rid of it. That kind of gets us. Also, we got this G just hanging out up here. Or do we want the F? kind of. I still hear some parallels. G, A. Oh, up there. Up there. It's doing the same thing as the bass line. Stay away from that if you can, composers. Bass line doing the same thing as the melody. Kind of boring. Kind of not giving us any pizzazz. We want pizzazz, and I'm getting a real lack of pizzazz right now. All right. Yeah, the only parallels that are really a no-no, octaves, fifths, and fourths. Everything else sounds all right. Let me give you a little demonstration. Sounds like monks. Right? Sounds like monks. We don't want to sound like monks. Okay. So here we've got this fifth in the bass. We saw that in a bunch of these compositions today. Parallels sound good on guitars, somebody said. Yeah, those power chords. Those are all right. It's a rock sound. It's not a, you know. Renadine! More bananas! All right. G, we already got that one. Get out of here. Oh my god, banana overload. Nah. Banana. Okay. D minor, G7. I'm just seeing things. I thought that was a F. Mud. We got a double A. So here we got a bunch of stuff happening kind of in the middle, like and So the D, anytime I see this one, I just point it again. Don't point with your finger, point with your mouse. These two bars here, or this bar between these two parts. You've got the C, D, C. So you're doing that for rhythm. And then this one's going You're doing that for rhythm. But the D matches up in the middle. So beat 2 of that is just going to sound like D, D, right? Just 2/8 notes. You might as well just put that in one part, if that's what you're going for rhythmically there. You're not going to get anything new from that. So this, that's all we get from that. And it's not as exciting as either of those. So I would just pick one of those and go with it. So let's do that. And I like this one. Oh, but wait, we got an A down there, so we got to do this one. Da da da. There you go. Done. We picked one. And now we've we've done parallel fifths. What? So we can't go down. But we get to go up. Yeah. Bad times. For composition competition, can we use soprano trombone and or multiphonics? You may, but remember that these will not be judged by me or me alone. So be careful with that stuff. If it wins, I will find it. I will find a soprano trombone and I will play it. Why not make it a whole note? Well, because we like the totally could. But we like this rhythmic dun 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 with melody going bum ba-dum. And so we just need to do a little more analysis. Renadine, oh my gosh. Renadine 1 says, sorry for the $25 disappeared. Okay, for real. This is my last one. Love you and keep up the good work. Also, one last request. Go buy a banana pillow, and I better see it in your next video. That's so a Paul the Trombonist thing, though. So I don't think I can do that, but I will find some sort of banana memorabilia, and I'll have Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill will be holding a little banana or something. I'll make sure that happens for you. Yes, potassium overload. I'm a banana. Okay, where were we? Let's just finish this one up. So we got A. So are we really going down to a G, or is this just its own thing? Because, like, are we going... what did I do? Are we going... like... Is that what we're outlining? Or are we outlining just the bass line moving? Probably not either. Because I see... Well, there's a B there. It's kind of a little mix of both. I think we have a... how many people have submitted their composition so far? I don't know. I actually haven't checked yet. I maybe saw 30 or 40 in there last time I checked. Okay, so I think we have to just decide what we want to do here. So let's just do that. Make it really unstable before we come in with something slightly more unstable and build it from there. I think that might be nice. So, and that gets around our voice, our parallel thing. So then we could do this. That's parallel octaves. I'm not super stoked about that, so let's go down. All right. So we're being we're close to mud again, so let's just be careful. A, E. We could use a C. Let's try that. Let's let you do it. We need a C. D to B. Yeah, we're good. I need color. Yes, that's what we needed. We're going to have to put in a whole bunch of color. All right, let's distill this down to a few parts now. Oh, got to fix the last bar first. It's cool. Do we really need it in 2 octaves? Nope. Already going to be way more. Although that is cool, so maybe we would do that in octaves and just let you... Oh, that's not an octave. It's an A. Okay. I don't know. Let's get rid of that for now. We got a D here. We got an A there. Got an A there. I know what we'll do. There. Now we got more frequencies to work with. Yeah, that's a low note. A, E, A. This is nice, having the third up here and everything else just wide open. That's real nice. Let's make these the right spot. So we go right up, and there's no voices being crossed. I don't know if that B is necessary. I don't know why, but I feel like that should be a C sharp. At the end of this, but maybe not. What happens if we do that? I can't decide. So if we're going to do that, we're going to have to add some color, which would be that's a color I like. That's a color I like. Maybe like, where are we? B flat. That's a color I like. Be like, that's what I would want. But let's not do that. Okay. Do sharp 9. But the problem is, it already was that. All right. Measure 5 is parallel, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, hardcore. Thank you. Remember, it's bass to everything else. That's what's necessary. So if the bass is moving up and everything else is parallel going down, we are good. Okay. Let's finish this up. There's something going on here that I'm not stoked about. I think it's just the fact that that's in octaves with the melody. We don't actually need that. Too much color. We already got a D. So we got an E. We don't need you. We don't need you. Put you there. Let's put you there. Let's bring y'all guys up. Look at this. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. We got a D. I'm fine with that. Okay. Let's get rid of some of these parts. Okay. Now we're talking. Let's see where we are. So I hate this bar, so let's fix that. But everything else I'm digging. Yeah. Bad. I messed with this too much, but we just gotta figure out where we're going with that. We're starting on an A. Can you see me if I go over here? Barely. So that's an A7. Outlined order. All of that just wants to be the same chord, so let's figure out. Where are we going after that? So, yeah. Let's just do it. See what happens. Trust me, we're going somewhere. Okay. D. Oh, I don't know if that's going to work with the melody. Let's find out. Guess it's gonna be G natural. Yeah. That's what I want. Correct. Pirates of the Caribbean right now. Okay, this is what happens. And I only have a Bach 42 with a Christian Lindbergh tiny mouthpiece. All right. And we're back. I think we're getting there. We have a G already. So what else could we put here? Do we have an A? No. E. Oh, We got a lot of E's. A lot of E's. Too many E's. We need an A. Okay. Up here. Da-da-da-da-da-dum. Right, so you could go there. And then you could go there. Oh, if we could get rid of one more, that'd be awesome. Oh, we totally can. Cool. All right. Once we get rid of this last unnecessary part, we're going to be groovy golden. So who is it? You? Or is it you? I think it's you. And you gone. Okay. Now some of these markings. Let's just start from scratch on some of these. All of these. Well, not the diminuendos can stay. Probably there, if we're being realistic. We can make it to the end. Fine. I don't know, maybe there. That's just an AA, whatever. Nope. I think that's where I want it. But just do these threes. Maybe that. Nope. All the way. It's gotta be. Big phrase. That's not gonna happen. Something like that. Fermatas. Cool. Anything else? I don't know if I need this. When we're already mezzo forte, mezzo piano. Are we really forte the whole time? This is kind of spookier than forte the whole time. Let's just bring everything down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know you want it, chat. But no. No, that's fine. I feel like that's where we're getting, and then do we get loud at the end? Or do we not? If we get loud, then it'll stay minor, and we're fine with that. So let's just do this. Just soften down, somebody says. We're already soft, though. We did that here. What happens for these last two bars? Softer. I think we at least need to do this. Just one of those. If you want to stay soft, I'll take your advice, chat. But we got to do something. Screw this. We're going to use some magic. I know I have to fix these now, but worth it. Check in bar 4, trombone 4, play D, D, F, E, and not D, D, E, E. Okay, let's take a look. What you doing? Trombone 4. Oh, you want to do... Problem with that, play D, D, F, E. Yeah. Problem with that, we already have an F up here. And so, if we want to do that, which, why not? We would put the G up here. I'm not stoked about where this ends up as just an A minor. But, be that as it may. That's cool. I like the appoggiatura. It's cool. But that's what that's called. Parallel again, somebody says. Aha, there you go. All right, last donation for the road. You've said that many times, and it's fine if you're wrong. I would watch more, but I gotta go. You really helped me get through my tough times. Hopefully I'll grow up to be as good as you. And why isn't anyone donating except me? Go buy more bananas. You know what? I'm into it. I'll buy more bananas. Thank you, Renadine number 1. I don't know if I agree with your life decisions, but thank you. So yeah, we do have an issue with parallelisms, which happen when the chord structure is not anything other than you better be eating a banana in your next live stream. Deal. It happens when we're just doing diatonic chord structure. We get a lot of parallels. So, okay, let's thin this out a little bit then. Can't do that. Gosh, it's too low. I don't know what to do. That's all I got for you. So I don't know what this one does. Money, let's just do something fun. I think we got to change something. We need to go back. That's what we need to do. Never hurts to double the tonic. I know, but it's unnecessary. And we already got one in the melody. Let's get rid of that. All right, I'm happy with that. I don't know what these phrasing marks are doing. Whoop, don't do that. Probably that. I guess. This feels bad. A, C, E. I guess it's supposed to feel bad. Let's hear it. Oh, right. Gotta fix these. We can do that whole one. Listen. See? That's all. Just distill it down to the important stuff. And I think we still have a little bit of unnecessary things going on that I didn't quite catch. I like that the melody was way up above. We didn't have to touch it. We did put a C sharp in there at the end just because why not? But yeah. Nothing about this makes me sad. Oh, maybe a couple things make me sad. One being this voice crossing. Oh, blip. Don't want to do that. Any other voice crossing issues? Don't think so. This is cool. Same kind of idea there. I'm cool with it. So what I'm going to do is go through all 4 of these examples that we've just fixed up. Not fixed up, just changed and made them a little clearer. I'm going to record them all right now. And then I'm going to throw them up on YouTube. I'll put them all together. I won't make separate videos. They're very short. And you can always come back and watch this, see how we ended up here, and see how they sound when they're all put together. I think they're super cool, and there's a lot I could work with all these examples. That last one just had a lot of muddiness in those lower sections, but the content was still there. It's still such a cool idea. Very diatonic and cool. Most of these were. So I'm gonna record these, and I will keep this up on the YouTubes as often as I possibly can. None of that made sense. That wasn't English words. I will keep these up so you can come back to them and check them out. Let's do the thing where it's my face. So if you have any other questions, if you're trying to check out some stuff, I will certainly, somebody said bookmark them in the video. Absolutely. I will put a link to both. So when I'm done with it and you come back to this, top link in the description will be, of course, the actual recordings. And when you go to the actual recordings, top in the link will be this video. So, all right. Any other questions in the chat? I've been wanting to do this for a very long time. So I'm glad I finally got a chance to. YouTube chat viewer. It just doesn't, there's no way. It's going to let me do this. Did you have fun? Yeah, I mean, I had fun. I'm seeing if this works for next time. But this is what I do all the time. How was your day? Said Nathan. It was great. This is pretty much what I did. I prepped for this, and here we are. Oh, I put in the wrong password. Do you plan on doing some AMA live stream soon? Yeah, that'd be fun. What? There we go. Gotta focus when I type in my passwords. Two-factor authentication because I'm important. 610. Don't say the second half out loud, even though that's not how this works. Okay. All right. Let's see if the chat shows up. Select event. Go. What? Hey, there you are. Cool. Dun, 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 dun. Chat's on. All right. Well, there you go. So now we got it for next time. Incorrect. What software do you use? I used Finale for this whole video. So, oh my gosh, Panda's back. How do you come here so fast? No, bad. Get out of here. I'm turning it off. All right, I'll see you guys next time. I will also see you very soon once I finish these videos. It's super short, so I should have it up in, depending on editing, an hour or two. So check it. That is a different me. No more Panda Guy. Bye. Okay. Appreciate the stream. This was really fun. I'm not the OG Panda. Yeah, no, I know you're not. I banned him from all broadcasts. Had to. All right. See you guys next time. And tonight. And that's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Goodbye. Thank you for joining us. This was a really, really long stream, and I hope you got something out of it. Good.